Multiple times on this channel, I've talked about taking action, being in devotion, showing up, discipline, etc., etc. This is so amazing. Today, I want to infuse pleasure, sexuality, and sensuality into the mix. So let's jump right in, my loves. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Lika. I'm a coach, a mentor. I help you live a more juicy, sexy, empowered, fucking epic life in all the areas of your life, whether it's in business, in love and relationship, in sex, or what did I forget? Life, just like being yourself, like enjoying, exploring and reinventing yourself over and over again and experiencing the fullness of your power. They call me a potential doula. I basically birth people's potential because that's all I'm passionate about. It's like, how can I live to my highest potential and not dim my light and stay stuck in my own limitation, fears and worries and insecurities. With that being said, the topic of today is about infusing pleasure and devotion and commitment and taking action and discipline together. Because, you know, we've talked about it in business, in creative projects, in anything you want to accomplish in life. You need to have that force of like, I'm showing up, I'm showing the fuck up, even when it's hard, even when I don't want to do it, even when I'm tired, even when it's not working. You have to hold on to that vision, probably a vision only you can see. And that is, you know, the hardest part of it. It's when you're feeling so lonely on this journey. Something else that you want to show devotion for is your pleasure, your sensuality, and your sexuality. So first of all, your sexuality is your own responsibility. Let me tell you, I'm just experiencing, after years on working on my sexual healing and my sexual transformation and my empowerment of, you know, stepping into my feminine, my sensuality, my sexuality, I'm experiencing a full sexual and emotional rebirth. This is the most amazing thing that I have experienced in years. I'm talking years, you guys. I feel literally like I bought myself a new car, a new house, something I've been having on my vision board for so long, but it's even better than that. I literally feel like I won the fucking lottery. You guys, it's like, I'm containing my excitement right now because I'm a bit self-conscious because there are some people outside. So I don't want to be like too crazy and scream so loud. And also, like, this video is not about me bragging, even though this is also an amazing practice that you should definitely do with your friends. Like, brag about what you're happy, celebrate each other. This creates such an amazing field of positivity and encouragement, and it changed the patterns of like us connecting through complaining and sharing the pain and the hurt. Like, let's brag some more. That was just parenthesis. Honestly, I am so blessed and so grateful for what I'm experiencing at the moment with my own sexuality and my sexuality with a partner. And I feel like a whole new self. And literally, it feels like this is a result and the physical manifestation of all the work I've been doing for so many years. And it's so amazing because it doesn't depend on a partner. You know, it's not because this new partner is fucking amazing and I feel safer. And like, yes, it plays a role in that. Like, I feel very safe and we're co-creating something beautiful. And simultaneously, it is just me. Like, I am different. I feel like I am a different version of Lika. I'm a different version of my sexual self. And this is because of those years of work. And that's why I want to bridge devotion and commitment and discipline with pleasure, because we're going to resist pleasure. We're going to resist like tapping into our sensuality. That is not something that comes naturally. Our society, our culture is not built for us to experience that on a daily basis. So you have to show up and create the container for you to experience your most sexy, sensual, like liberated self. You have to create that for yourself with that degree of commitment, devotion, and discipline. Showing up for yourself, because that's important. That's important for me. I value that so much because I know that my sexual energy, outside of just pleasure and having better orgasm and a better sex life, like that's cool. I love it, but that's, that's not enough for me. What I'm searching out of that is like the expression of my fullness, my connection with my spirituality, with God, with myself, with the highest version of me. And to find this like liberation and that feel good, feeling fully embodied and confident. Like I'm just gaining so much out of this because that sexual energy is the life force energy. It's not separate from any other thing in life. It's not in the bedroom. It's something that I want to practice all the time. And when it's practiced in the bedroom with myself and then shared with another, it just creates something that is mind-blowing and changes your all the areas of your life and create something that you feel so grateful for. It's intangible. You cannot see it, you cannot touch it. Well, you experience it through your body, but it's not like a new car. It's not like a new house that you've been like working for your whole life to finally have it, but it feels like that. And it's the most amazing feeling. So in order to have that, you have to come with that practice of discipline, knowing that you're going to work on yourself, your sexuality and your pleasure with the same devotion you will work on a business project, like showing up through the challenges, through like blah blah blah, because a lot of stuff are going to come up. All the bullshit stories about how we view sex are going to show up. All your limitations, insecurities, all the places where, if you are on that path of true love and devotion to true love and epic sexuality, everything that is not that, everything that is not love is going to show up so that it can be alchemized and liberated. That's not an easy process. That's not something your body is like, yeah, I just really want to go and face the challenge right now. Like, no, your subconscious mind is built to avoid that, to avoid discomfort and to stay in what is predictable and known and familiar, even though this is a situation that is like blocking you. So in order to do that, create a space, show up with devotion, put it in your fucking calendar, like self-pleasure practice. If you want to explore like yourself and explore more of, like what is your sexuality and like exploring what you like and your boundaries and spending time also in like a pleasurable, like, I make the difference between self-pleasure and masturbation. Masturbation being like goal-oriented, you just want to have an orgasm, not really conscious. It's amazing. Do it. Like it really is so many good hormones in your brain. Do it. Go masturbate. I masturbate many times. But then you have a self-pleasure practice that it's a lot more intentional. You remove the goal of orgasm and you're just exploring yourself in pleasure, giving yourself pleasure. It doesn't even have to be genital focus. And I also have other practice where it's just sexual healing. So sexual healing usually is being present with my sexuality in a non-erotic way. So I don't really infuse necessarily this turn on, but I spend time with like healing my yoni and massaging my yoni in a non-sexual way, just releasing traumas and stored energy. Or I'm spending time journaling about what are my beliefs that are holding me back in my sexual life. Or I'm spending time communicating with my partner about what I've learned and what I want to explore and what I want to learn even more. All of that is what is going to create you one day feeling 100% liberated. And I'm telling you from experience, I didn't know it was possible to experience myself in this way. I've always been super sexual. I've talked about sexuality for quite a while now on my channels, my Instagram, in my programs, all of it. And I feel like there is still so much more to explore, right? But I feel like I have no blockages anymore. Like everything feels just like expansive and amazing, and I feel the most surrendered and the most empowered, and I feel like, and I own it to myself, and that is the greatest reward, because what would happen prior to that, it would depend on a partner. Like I would have like amazing sex with this person and bad sex with this one and da 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 da. And then I took ownership and responsibility, and I spent so much time in my self-study, doing my own work on my own, exploring that. And then, it's something no one can take away from me because it's in me. So whether it's with my amazing partner right now or someone else, I know it's me, it's within me, it's my own experience. I don't even know how to express it, but that's something I want for everybody. And that's why I'm in the process of creating a course called Sexual Rebirth, because that's what I've experienced, and that's what I want to lead other people through all the practices. Like, it takes like devotion and commitment, and it takes specific practices to experience yourself sexually in a different way. And that is something that is going to come, you know, eventually with a partner. But honestly, like, I would say like 80% of the work, that's hard to say, maybe 50-50, I don't know. To be honest, I feel like so much of the work, the foundational work, has to be done with yourself. And this is where you need the most discipline and practice and devotion. And that is helping you in all other areas of your life. The way I'm more creative, the way I'm more open, the way, like, this sexual energy, again, is the life force energy. It's what keeps us alive. It's what creates babies. So of course, if you start to work on that and practice that and embody that a lot more, it's gonna shift everything within your own system. You know, the way I see it, it's almost like when this energy is healthily flowing through my body, when I'm in my expansion of, you know, my sexual energy and my pleasure, my bliss, my expression, my freedom, my liberation, it like burst everything open, and I experience myself and my life in a much better way. And it also then translates in other areas of my life. The way I work, the way I feel confident in my business, the way I feel confident as a CEO, my relationship with my family, the strangers, the way I train at the gym, the way I interact with my friends, like all of my daily life is impacted by it. And it's not just in the bedroom, but then in the bedroom, it's like I experience like the most authentic, ecstatic version of me, and I didn't know it was possible. I was working for that, you know, I had that vision, but I never had the experience of it. So I was working on that for so long, not knowing it will actually happen to me, for me at some point. And I've changed so much and learned so much, and every step of the way it's better and better and better and better. But sometimes you just like, it feels like a graduation. Like, yes, there is something I master now, which is my own self, my empowerment sexually. I don't feel like I'm like held back by all my trauma. And I'm talking, you guys, of someone that has experienced very traumatic experience not so long ago. Like less than a year ago, I got sexually abused. One of my biggest trauma in my life. It was so painful. And I got super lucky that I was already very well equipped with all of my personal development work and amazing people to support me through that process. But it has been so challenging. I'm talking about months of darkness and trauma and not knowing if I will ever be able to have sex again. And that's a very vulnerable video today, but super open and transparent. But honestly, I didn't know, like, I can see myself in my roommate's bedroom a few days, weeks after that trauma, and crying on her bed and telling her like, I don't think I will ever have sex again. I could see myself like going to buy new clothes. I was living in Mexico, buy new clothes that would cover my body some more, because like I didn't feel safe in my own skin anymore. And now being here today, telling you, sharing with you one of my greatest blessing right now, which is how I experience myself. Feeling so liberated, like all the places where I felt contraction or shame or uncomfortable sexually with myself or with a partner, all the moments where I feel like, all the times where I didn't really know my boundaries and what I wanted and what I needed, and like all of this little friction that I felt even with like amazing lovers and people, you know, that I was in relationship for a very long time, very beautiful partnership. I still had in the bedroom some blockages, some moments where I felt like a little disgusting or a little contracted, or I didn't feel like fully liberated and fully like in pleasure and in bliss and in like connection with my spirituality, and now I have it. And so it's precious to me, and it's super vulnerable for me to share it to the public, but I want everyone in the world to experience that, because it's helping me and supporting me so much, and I want to share it with other people. That's why I've built Sexual Rebirth. I don't know exactly when this video is gonna come out. Maybe the program is out already, maybe not, but you have still many offers and online programs you can explore on my website if you're curious to know. because even, you know, following Becoming Her will help you tremendously. You will do all of that personal work and that pleasure work as well. Like Becoming Her is like this huge program that will cover every aspect and really help you to transform and empower yourself. You can check all of that on my website, and it will be linked in the description below anyway. Just go and explore yourself, be brave. I think it's important to show up with discipline. We're gonna feel resistance to pleasure. Pleasure is not something we just tend to want to do. Yes, we think that's the case, but that's not. We need to make time and space for it. If you're really busy, if you're a mom, an entrepreneur, a business owner, or just a busy person working your ass off for your dreams, you have to make that room for pleasure. And I swear to you that it's going to impact every other area and create such a more enjoyable life and pleasurable life and empowered and all the things. Have a beautiful rest of your day.